What's good, y'all? Merry Christmas. Of course, I say that not on Christmas Day, but on Fantasy Football Draft Day. Yes, I know it's pretty nerdy, but Fantasy Football Draft Day is my Christmas, so I had to say it. Merry Christmas. Welcome back to Clown Questions, the show where there are no dumb questions. I'm your host, Matt Clown Emoji, and today the world is wondering, does Jerry Jones hate CeeDee Lamb? I'll try to get to the bottom of that as well as some other questions. And my brother, Jona Maurer, will be joining us on the podcast today. Get ready for that. Who is down to clown?
That's a clown question, bro.
So, does Jerry Jones hate CeeDee Lamb? Maybe. I don't know. They asked Jerry Jones about CeeDee Lamb in an interview. Of course, CeeDee Lamb is in the midst of a holdout. He's hoping to get a big bag of cash from Jerry Jones, one of the richest men in the NFL. But Jerry Jones said he's not too keen on giving him that money. They asked him about it. He said, it's really not urgent. It's not one of my priorities right now. Of course, CeeDee Lamb saw that quote on Twitter, quote tweeted it with LOL. So does Jerry hate CeeDee Lamb? Maybe. I don't know. He doesn't like him if you won't pay him. The Cowboys were one of the few teams that spent almost no money in free agency. I think their two free agent pickups were like Eric Kendricks and Zeke Elliott. So it's not like they don't have the money. They can pay CeeDee. It's just Jerry Jones doesn't seem like he wants to. So we'll have to follow that holdout. Sounds like CeeDee's going to be holding out quite a while longer with a comment like that from Jerry Jones and some unrest in the Cowboys facilities there. But I don't know why Jerry won't pay him. CeeDee Lamb, if he's not, the best wide receiver in the NFL, he's easily top 5. Tyreek Hill probably number 1, but CeeDee's right there with him and Jamar and Justin Jefferson. So he deserves the money for sure. The question is, will Jerry give it to him? It'll be interesting. Maybe CeeDee pulls Jonathan Taylor like last year, sits out 6 games until he finally pays him. It was interesting. I feel like holdouts don't work that often. I feel like more often than not, they lead to a trade more than a contract. But Jonathan Taylor's holdout worked. He sat out 6 games and they paid him his bag, $60 million or whatever it was. CeeDee would get quite a bit more. Wide receivers are worth more on the market. But definitely, I would say there's a good chance. Oh, no, there's a piece of rice in my phone. I can't put it on silent. That might not be rice. Sorry, getting off topic. But I'm not a Cowboys fan, but Jerry, pay CeeDee Lamb. I can understand why you don't want to pay Dak. And I don't want to get into that. I'll have to get into that on Nemo and the Clownfish with my boy. But pay CeeDee. It's not that complicated. You got one of the best playmakers in the NFL. Keep him in town. Speaking of one of the best playmakers in the NFL, is Jim Harbaugh cooked? I would say no. The only way he is cooked is if he ever wants to go back to college. But I don't really see that happening. I think he's going to have a lot of success in Los Angeles with the Chargers. But if he does decide to ever go back to the NCAA, they announced a 4-year show cause penalty for Jim Harbaugh. So I didn't know what that meant at first. This also comes with a 1-year suspension of Harbaugh. But basically, and I'm reading this directly from Google, the penalty is intended to prevent a coach from escaping punishment for violations that he/she had a role in committing or allowing, which are generally applied to the school. Examples, lost scholarships, forfeited and vacated wings. But by merely resigning and taking a coaching job at another unpenalized school is currently the most severe penalty that can be brought against an American collegiate coach. So basically what that boils down to is if Jim Harbaugh, served his suspension at Michigan, he could, in theory, go play for another team without any penalties. But the 4-year show cause means that no matter what team he goes to, resigns from Michigan, he's still going to be facing some penalties, some backlash. But no, I don't think Jim Harbaugh is cooked. I think he's in the NFL, and I really don't see him going back to college unless it's an absolute failure. But in which case, like, who's gonna want, a guy with you're gonna so you signed Harbaugh to a 1-year deal, and he has to, 4-year deal, but then that he has to sit out the first year. It'd be super weird. And like with that 4-year show cause, he can go anywhere, and he's gonna be facing those recruiting violations. That was another interesting part of it. It wasn't for the Connor Stallions, filming signals, filming practices, whatever that was all about. It was actually for some recruiting violations, which explains why Michigan is so good. So NCAA put the foot down on Michigan, let Wisconsin get a couple W's here. But yeah, Jim Harbaugh, not cooked. He'll be fine unless he goes back to the NCAA. Talking in circles, but my next question is, who's hurt? A lot of people, evidently. Mike Trout, they announced, is actually done for the year. I was a little disappointed that came out like between when I filmed and did the last episode. Sports podcasts are hard because you try to get the topical info, and by the time you post it, some more news comes out. There's another game that's played. But yeah, Mike Trout's done for the year. Will the Angels ever win anything? It sure doesn't seem like it. And Trout, I mean, if he could ever do something with the Angels in the playoffs, he would be a hero to all the Anaheim fans. But I don't know if it'll ever happen. I honestly, Trout should go to another team, and because he deserves a ring more than anyone. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer, MVP. So unfortunate news there. But unfortunately, we have even more football injuries. Of course, training camp is underway now. It has been announced that DeAndre Hopkins is out 4 to 6 weeks. That'll be a tough loss for Will Levis and the Titans. Justin Herbert is hurt, but according to Harbaugh, he will be ready for week 1. Puka Nacua, he's also a little banged up. McCaffrey's banged up. I don't know the details of all those injuries. In fact, I don't know what any of the injuries are. I just know they're injured. But I think Puka and McCaffrey will be okay. But, most of all, my fantasy football league mate, Don, he's hurt because he insists that we draft too early. And I can't even argue with that. I mean, it is August 9th, so there's bound to be more injuries in preseason. That's kind of what he's trying to prevent. But come on, I'm trying to get everyone together. We're bringing back the old fashioned, for the last couple of years, we've been doing it on a TV with a little sleeper app. But now I got a draft board. I got stickers. You have to cross names out on paper, just like back in the good old days. And then, yeah, one other guy who's hurt is Juju Smith-Schuster. He's not actually hurt, but he just got waived by the Patriots, so emotionally he might be hurt. Someone else who wasn't hurt but apparently had COVID was Noah Lyles. And the question I have for Noah and for America is Noah Lyles arrogant? So if you didn't see the men's 100-meter final, one of the most electric races in history, it looked like the Jamaican Thompson had won the race. And it even looked like Lyles had maybe gotten third in that race. Both the Jamaican and then another U.S. men's runner, both of their feet crossed the line first, but evidently Lyles won the race because his torso crossed first. His shoulders got to the finish line. The little lean got him. And that was honestly one of the most electric parts of the Olympics I've seen. And of course, Noah, the showman, after he found out he won it, takes his name off. He's just holding up Lyles to the camera and to the stadium. He sees the camera. He's like, "Come here, camera. America, I told you, I got this." Absolutely electric. As much as I've made fun of Noah Lyles for dissing the NBA, he's fun as hell to watch. He's maybe the fastest man in the world. That's up for debate because he actually did end up losing in the 200-meter final. Although I shouldn't say lose, he got bronze. Disappointing. Obviously, I was rooting for him to win. He did not get the win. That was Letsile Tebogo from Botswana who got the win. But he still got bronze. And bronze obviously isn't what Noah was aiming for. But when you find out later that he actually had COVID-19 during this race, bronze with COVID is pretty damn impressive. But of course, like I said, Letsile Tebogo won the race. And this is where the question, is Noah Lyles arrogant, comes in. It wasn't a question for Tebogo. It was a statement. They asked if he aspired to be the face of track and field, like the, quote, celebrity seeking Lyles. Tebogo responded, "For me, I can't be the face of athletics because I'm not an arrogant or loud person like Noah. So I believe Noah's the face of athletics." Can't argue there. It's hard to argue that Noah Lyles isn't arrogant. When you call out the entire NBA, that's just a level of confidence and cockiness, and as Tebogo said, arrogance, that most people don't have. Most people aren't calling out LeBron James and KD, but Lyles did it, and obviously the U.S. is in the men's final against France coming up here. I did mention baseball briefly. Of course, all 10 moments of the Goosebump moments of the week are going to be baseball this week because I'm not allowed to use the Olympics. There's so many good Olympic moments, but I can't use any of them. I'll get to that later. But for now, I'll ask, are the White Sox back? They unfortunately were not able to get the MLB record for consecutive losses, but they did get their own franchise record, an American League record, with 21 consecutive losses. They snapped that streak with a win over the Athletics. Don't have too much to say about that, but clap it up for the White Sox. They won a game. So congratulations, White Sox. Congratulations, Fibs. That's kind of a slur. If you don't know what a fib is, it stands for fucking Illinois bastard. That's $1 in the F-bomb jar. Sorry about that, Auntie Julie. But yeah, it's pretty kind of a mean thing to say. I don't know who came up with fib, but yeah, the Fibs are happy after the White Sox snapped the horrible streak they were on. Last question for y'all before we get to first interruption is also asking who is back. And I have to ask, are we back? And we are. And the reason for that is because Charles Barkley is back. He has unretired. So I rejoice. Everybody who watches Inside the NBA, or apparently he does NHL coverage as well, they rejoice. Charles Barkley back. He's got 10 more years on his TNT deal left. So I don't know what's going to happen with NBA and TNT. I'm hoping they win that lawsuit and take NBA rights back from Amazon Prime. But who knows if that's going to happen. The NBA is going to try to have their way and do whatever they can to destroy TNT and Inside the NBA, the show that we love so dearly. Let's get to first year interruption. This week's first year interruption is starring Cleveland Browns quarterback Jameis Winston. And essentially, this is a clip from the interview, kind of similar to last week. It's not anything really of substance, but just kind of something really funny. Well, there's some substance when Jameis talks about the presumptive Browns starter, Deshaun Watson. They asked him about that. Jameis evidently has a lot of confidence, but that's not why I'm playing the clip. I'm playing the clip because of the funny saying that Jameis has at the end, as he has so many funny sayings. But let's get to it. First year interruption with Jameis Winston. Take it away, Jameis.
If you think that Deshaun Watson has a lesser expectation than all the fans or all of you have of him, then you're shortchanging yourself, because he has high expectations. He wants to be and will be a Super Bowl winning quarterback. And honestly, that's what I'm here for, because I guarantee you, I'm feeding that into him. I'm making sure that he knows that. And he really don't need my help because he has it. He already has possessed that. And I saw that in him when he won that national championship against Alabama. And that game meant so much to me because I'm a kid from Alabama, right? And I was a starting quarterback in Tampa, got a chance to see him. Lights, camera, action right then and there. And I think that's one of the things that a lot of people forget. When you can go out, you can see practice, you can knick-knack, this, that, patty-whack, give a dog a bone. Deshaun Watson is going to turn it on. He always going to find a way to shine when the lights come on. Man, I just rhymed. Oh my, can I leave off that one? I know that one going to hit.
Oh, Jameis, hilarious player, even better quarterback, but hard not to do first interruption with him this week. Nick Nack, this, that, patty whack, give a dog a bone. I thought that was great. One of Jameis's many great Jameisisms that he has, eat a W, all that crap, stealing crab legs. I'm rambling, but obviously I put that clip in there because Jameis is hilarious. And I should say, though, I do disagree with much of what Jameis Winston said. He was talking up to Deshaun Watson, saying, oh, he's going to be a Super Bowl winning quarterback someday. That's why I'm here. I want to prepare him for that. I disagree. I think Jameis Winston is a Super Bowl winning quarterback, which he also said. But honestly, knick-knack, this, that, patty whack, give a dog a bone. I've seen enough. Give him the starting job. What a burp. Let Jameis Winston cook. Give him the starting job. Deshaun Watson is Deshaun washed son. I got to transition to our interview before I hack up a lung here. So here's an interview with my brother, Jona Maurer.
Alrighty, now joining me on the pod is three-time FIFA World Cup champion. It is my little brother, Jona Maurer. Thanks for joining me on the show today, Jona.
I'm very glad people don't understand what that reference means.
Yeah, well, a few people watching might. Jona's hoping they don't watch it, so they don't get any of his fantasy football tips. So yeah, first of all, I should say Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you as well.
But yeah, so you are located in Clemson. Are you glad to be back in Wisconsin now?
It is actually very nice to be back. I haven't been back since Christmas, and I mean, I was never a big fan of the winter, not a big snowboarder, so Wisconsin summers, you can't beat it. It's nice to be back.
It's true. All right, well, let's get right into it with fantasy football. You and your buddy Josh have the first overall pick. Who are you taking first overall today?
You
don't want to say?
I will say, but I'm just saying I feel like there's only one correct answer to this question, and that is Christian McCaffrey, unless you're in some psycho league that does insane scoring for your quarterback and you're drafting Pat Mahomes first overall.
You got two quarterback league, 6-point touchdown?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, okay, so are you worried at all about McCaffrey's injury? I haven't read too much into it, but I know you got a little banged up.
Pretty much all I did yesterday. Met up with the teammate, talked a little strategy, tried to see if we maybe wanted to move back.
You guys had like an in-person meeting?
Oh yeah, went to his house, chilled at the pool. Mom picked up some Culvers for us. Can't complain.
So what was the determination on McCaffrey's injury for you guys?
It's nothing serious. It's just a strain. Said he's going to be out for a few weeks, but when your best player on your team has a strain, obviously, I didn't expect for him to get preseason snaps as is. So
yeah, definitely not.
The fact that they're like, oh, he's out for the preseason, that I'm not worried about that. And they got enough players on that team. It's not like it's Carolina all over again, where that's the only person that can do anything with the football. So
it's true. Yeah, so just a sprain or strain?
Calf strain.
What's the difference between a sprain and a strain?
Well, you can't sprain your calf. Calf is muscle.
Oh, you sprain like an ankle.
You sprain a joint on an ankle, yes.
You've had a lot of strains and sprains, all right?
Yeah, I've broken a few bones.
A little knee surgery?
Knee surgery because of flag football in 4th grade. And I fractured a hip taking a charge in basketball practice.
All right. Well, let's hope that doesn't happen again. But yeah, let's talk some normal football. We don't have to talk all fantasy football today. And this, I think you're gonna have a pretty biased answer to this, but I'm gonna ask you anyway. Where do you think Brandon Ayuk is going? If he's going anywhere, or is he staying put?
That's the thing, is I think at this point, when you got Christian McCaffrey slipping up in interviews, calling him his former teammate.
He did that?
Yes.
No way.
Yes. And he quickly corrected himself. But
crazy.
He did say it.
Wow. I did not see that.
And obviously a focal point of your offense like that is going to know if another focal point of your offense is going to be there or not.
Yeah, it's like a Freudian slip there.
Yes. And like McCaffrey's not that type of guy that's trying to like no shade or anything.
McCaffrey's the last guy to start the drawing.
So that was a straight up slip up by him for sure. But wow, because of that,
Crazy.
I mean, obviously these past few days they've been talking in between Pats, Browns, Steelers, and now apparently Pats are out of the race. Now it's down to Browns and Steelers, and as a Steelers fan, obviously, would love to have them, but at the same time, we don't have anything to offer them unless they are trying to steal another one of our defensive pieces, while the Browns can send another solid wide receiver over there. So we'll see.
So you're not sure.
I really have no idea.
You just was. Obviously, you want him to go to the Steelers, but
It's more of a hoping thing than what I have no idea.
what do you think you guys would have to give up? Do you think you'd have to give up like a player, or do you think you could do it just draft picks?
That's the thing is I don't think the Niners want to do it with draft picks. I think they want to add pieces.
They're in win now.
Yeah, they're in win now mode. They lost 2 Super Bowls in the last 3 years.
Yeah, something like that.
And their other loss, that other third year, was an NFC Championship loss. Like they're ready to go. They're looking for pieces. They're not looking for draft picks.
Okay.
At least that's what I think. Yeah.
Well, I hate the Niners. I hope they trade him, and I hope they get nothing in return. That probably won't happen. Let's talk some CeeDee Lamb. I was talking about him at the top of the show. He's in the midst of a holdout. Do you think he's gonna get a deal done? Did you see that little the Jerry Jones quote about it?
What was the quote?
It was it's not urgent we're not feeling that urgent about getting a deal. It's not a priority. Like, and then CeeDee like quote tweeted and just said LOL.
Jerry Jones is an idiot. Like, okay, obviously he's not, because that man is worth a shitload of money.
Nemo would agree with you though.
But you can ask any Dallas Cowboys fan, and they will call their owner an idiot. And I think that's the only franchise in sports that actually comes after their owner like they do. Rightfully so.
Yeah.
He never pays the players that he should. And I mean, if history repeats itself, CeeDee's probably out of there, but
He's out? You think they're going to trade him before they sign him?
I don't know. They won't trade him, but I don't think they're going to offer him the money that he's worth. And CeeDee, I don't think CeeDee's all about the money, but at the same time, if he feels like he's getting laughed at, he's going to get the hell out of there.
Yeah. You don't think the holdout's going to work? Like Jonathan, I feel like holdouts don't work, but Jonathan Taylor, he did it last year, right?
Yeah, but I mean, it also helps when your quarterback you drafted in the first round gets injured right away, so then they have no other options.
It's true, but Zach Moss was balling.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I guess he's on short-term deal maybe, but yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, no, I mean, the holdout should work. CeeDee deserves all the money in the world, but let's see how far that goes.
Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what Jared Jones does if he gives him that money or not. All right, so I wanted to ask you for some NFL picks. Start off with, give me a rookie of the year pick. I feel like most of the time we talk about this, we do the offense because I don't know that many defensive rookies, but you can do Depoy or O'Roy, Eroy. Who's your rookie of the year?
I think offensive rookie of the year, I'm between 2 guys, and I hate saying one of them.
Okay.
But the obvious first guy is Marvin Harrison Jr. I just think the Cardinals' offense is going to be electric this year.
Mm-hmm.
But then, if Bo Nix plays, dude, I don't know.
What do you mean if he plays? Who he has to? Oh, isn't he?
They've got Zach Wilson, dude. He's number 2 right now.
No, I think Bo might be listed as the 3rd stringer. They got Jared Stidham. They have Stidham. I think I've seen Stidham and Zach Wilson.
I take that back.
Now Bo Nix, rookie of the year.
Okay, wait. I said if he plays. I said if he plays. I did say that.
Yeah. Okay.
But no, he's got a cannon. I think he's a very solid quarterback. And when you got that altitude with you, I think he's gonna throw for he's gonna have some crazy games in Denver.
That's interesting that you say Bo Nix though, because my pick personally, I mean, it's probably the most popular pick, but my pick is Caleb Williams. I just can't. I can't.
I can't.
I feel like Caleb Williams is a lock for rookie of the year. He's got the best offense. I mean, like, yeah, any of the young QBs.
That's the best offense arguably any rookie quarterback has ever walked into.
Wow, hot take.
Is it though?
I mean, they're loaded at receiver. DeAndre Swift's pretty good.
And even Roshan Johnson's a great back. Like,
True.
Khalil Herbert. I genuinely think that is the best team any quarterback has ever walked into.
So why don't you think Caleb will win a Rookie of the Year then?
It's the Bears, dude. It's the Bears.
That was going to be a follow-up question. You think they got a shot at the playoffs? I think they got like an outside shot at
On the NFC and a wild side. In the NFC, yes. I think they do have a shot.
Are you talking shit about my conference, T?
Not your conference. You have the best conference, and Packers have the best conference in the NFC.
No, I say you're talking shit about the whole end.
Oh, the
national.
comparatively to the AFC, yeah. I'm taking AFC over NFC all day.
Yeah, that's pretty fair. I
mean, literally look at the records at the end of last year.
Yeah,
the AFC was killing.
Right. Wait, but back to the Bears. You think they have a shot at it?
I think they could make it to the playoffs.
Okay. Jets, they're a lock, right?
I mean, that's all up to Rodgers, but yes, they should be.
This guy thinks 4 AFC North teams are going to make the playoffs. Is that possible? We have 7, just 3 wild cards, yeah? Couldn't a whole division make it?
We had 3 make it last year.
Right. Bengals did not.
Browns make a
Browns, Ravens,
and Steelers. We had 3 last.
Mason Rudolph led us into the playoffs.
That's the thing. I was like, our division is insane, and Ravens just added Derrick Henry, and Browns got Judy. But like, we had the quarterbacks we did last year, still made it to the playoffs. Our defense got better, adding Patrick Queen, and now we actually have 2 valid options at quarterback between Russell Wilson and Justin Fields.
Let's get into that.
I was going to say, sorry, I got off topic.
No. Let's get into that. Why isn't Justin Fields starting? He's so much better.
I mean, you got a vet that's won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Obviously, he didn't. I mean, okay, I'm not even going to blame Wilson for what happened in Denver because his numbers realistically weren't that bad, but you're not going to win games when your defense lets up 60 fucking points.
Oh. That's you got $1 for the F-bomb?
I do not have my wallet on me.
Well, the interviews don't count, right, Auntie Julie? We'd have to get confirmation from her on that. But okay, last thing on NFL here for you. Give me a Super Bowl pick. Give me 2 teams. Who wins? I don't want 2 picks. I want who's in it.
Yeah, but okay.
I want both the NFC and AFC teams, and then you pick.
Can I put an if in there? If the Steelers get Brandon Ayuk, we will be in the Super Bowl.
Oh my goodness. With Wilson or Fields?
Oh, that's not nice.
If you get IU, you're making the Super Bowl, and who's starting that game? Both? You guys are going 2 QB system?
2 QB option every play, handing it to Fields.
Like, you're just turning him into a running back.
No, but he's just running into the flat, and he's throwing that. He's a throw on the run type of guy. He's either taking the ball, running downfield, or he's throwing that. No, okay, that's just jokes. But
you guys could make some good trick plays, but I feel like
like if he's not the guy, he'll have plenty of offensive sets for him where we put him in the game. Like, we're not going to waste a talent like that. Mike Tomlin's a lot smarter of a guy.
But I feel like whenever you do, I mean, maybe it kind of works with Taysom Hill, but I feel like anytime you sub in Fields for Wilson or just put him on the field, everyone's like, the ball's going to that guy. But I don't know. Taysom Hill does the same thing, and he still gets 50-yard tutties. It's fair.
But at the same time, like Noah Tomlin, he's going to put Fields in the game. Everyone's going to stack the box or run a whatever and just be waiting for the run, and then they're going to do a deep route to Pickens.
Yeah.
Because Fields has been talking about that a lot, about Pickens, throwing up a ball to Pickens isn't a 50-50. It's more like a 90-10. That's what he said.
Huh.
And I've been saying that.
So if Brandon Ayuk gets traded to the Steelers will make the Super Bowl with the 2 QB system. Did you say they'll win it or they'll just make it and then lose? Steelers versus.
No, they'll win it
They'll win
against the Packers.
Like,
We're getting our licks in. We're getting our lick back this year.
all right. I don't hate that. Obviously, I wouldn't want to lose to the Steelers, but okay. Let's say Brandon Ayuk goes to the Browns instead, or stays on the Niners. What's your pick then? What do you do then?
Chiefs are winning. I mean, as much as I want to say Ravens, the Chiefs just genuinely got better.
Dude, we got some breaking news on the pod. Huge trade. The Vikings are trading cornerback Andrew Booth to the Cowboys in exchange for Deshaun Wright. What do you think about that trade? Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know who Deshaun Wright is.
I don't know either of the guys, honestly.
You kind of know the first guy. Deshaun Wright is not a name I've ever heard. That was not on my bingo card for the day.
All right, so your Super Bowl pick is Chiefs over Packers or Steelers over Packers if you get IU.
Yes, AFC runs the world.
That's all right. That's interesting. It's not bad, but yeah. We'll see what happens. I would love to see the Packers in the Super Bowl, obviously.
What's your pick, or have you already said this already?
I don't know. I probably got to go vanilla, go Chiefs over Jets Pack. Imagine Jets Packers, but not be a win. I don't want to pick the Packers in the Super Bowl because I feel like every time I pick them, I jinx it. So I'll go Chiefs over Lions. I don't know. Something like that. Lions lose the big game.
Imagine the Chiefs beat the Niners again in this.
It's possible.
At that point, do you just sell your whole team?
Just sell the franchise.
Like you just literally start. You got to restart if you're not winning with all of those weapons.
So just give up.
I mean, not that, but got to change shit.
All right. I was wondering, would you like to do a new segment with me presented by no one?
Sure.
Jona offered me a couple weeks ago. He's like, Matt, instead of sponsoring it by no one, let me sponsor it. I'll give you $1 per segment. I'm like, motherfucker, that's $1 in the F-bomb jar, but I'm not doing it.
I could have covered that.
I'm giving you.
I could have covered that. I could be covering your F-bombs.
You could have covered.
That's a free F-bomb per episode.
I'm not taking a $1 sponsorship just so you can get your name out there without doing any work. Well, okay.
Well, it's for the memes.
Let's do the new segment. This segment is called the Name Game. Okay.
Okay.
Are you ready? And you're not allowed.
Can I explain this to me?
You're not allowed to use your phone. Well, no, I'll explain it right now. So the Name Game is I just want you to name 5 players that are on your fantasy baseball team. I got it pulled up right here. I just want to see how many you can get. Not. I know you can get a couple. That's why I put it at 5.
I only know one.
Who?
LA La Cruz.
You can't name any of the other guys? You got some all-stars on here, bro.
I know my second baseman's really good.
I can give you yeah, he's been fired.
Do I have Machado?
You dropped Machado. I'll give you a hint. One of them's like one of the best players in baseball, but he's on the injured reserve.
Is he a pitcher?
Nah, he's an outfielder.
Or does it start? Last name start with an
A? Yeah. Yes. It does.
Arcia?
Close.
Or Acuna Jr. Robert Acuna Jr.
I guess
I might be able to get some pitchers. I guess got some good pitchers, don't I?
You do. Yeah. You got the one Japanese guy's pretty good. You got a Brewer. You got a guy who just threw a no-hitter.
What? Did I start it?
That's so funny. I'd put the name game at 5 names. I should put it at 3.
Yeah.
I was gonna do 3, but then I saw him like, okay.
Now I understand you not telling me what the name game was yesterday when you told me we were gonna do this segment.
Yeah, it's like, what is that? No. I figured 3 will into the app in like 3-4 weeks. And yet you're still 7-11 and the other guy's 3-13.
7-11?
Yes.
Oh, 7-11.
Well, I was gonna put it at 3, but I figured you would at least know Ellie De La Cruz, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., and Gunnar Henderson.
Oh, Gunnar Henderson. I should have got that. On my pitchers. Because I feel my pitchers I definitely should have got.
Yeah, you should have. Oh, yeah, you have Yamamoto. You got, like I said, Dylan Cease through the no-hitter. Freddie Peralta, the Brewer. But, yeah. If you ever need any fantasy baseball, Jona is your guy. He's your guy. He's 7-11 without even checking his lineup. That's pretty damn good.
I think I might know more about hockey than I do baseball now. And I know nothing about it.
What do you know about hockey?
Nothing.
How do you know more about than baseball then if you play fantasy baseball? Name 5 hockey players.
Oh, shit. Oh, then shit.
No, name 3.
Alan Blackwell.
I don't know who that is.
That's Lauren Purdell's husband.
Okay. Shout out Lauren Friedel.
Wait, I think it's had her baby.
Okay,
I don't think we should. That's weird.
we can't take.
Oh, okay. Shit. Wow. Maybe I don't.
There's no why. That's one hockey player. Just name one more.
This is insane. All right.
I think you know more of
That's like
it.
college. What about a D1 college hockey player? Does that count?
I guess.
Max Montez. He went to Arrowhead High School. Shout out, Max.
How about Arrowhead? We're name dropping all the Arrowhead people.
Well, I mean, it works. He'll be leagued. Don't worry.
Be league.
All right, you got St. Ohio State.
Come on, one more. You got one more.
Sidney Crosby. Boom.
There you go. That's the NHL version of the name game. But yeah, again, John, thanks for joining me on the pod. Let's finish out this interview with some Olympics talk. First question is a stupid one, but I'll ask you: is Noah Lyles washed? World champion.
Was this real or fake that after his race he came out and said he had COVID?
He has COVID. Yeah, we're headed. Yeah, because he had to withdraw from the relay event, I think. So yeah, he definitely had COVID.
I mean, is that potentially a cover up because he lost to 200 because he was talking mad shit to the NBA?
Conspiracy time? You think Noah made up the COVID because he still got the bronze win? I'm still got a bronze medal. It's not like he didn't.
Yeah. He obviously still showed up. He's an insane athlete, but like he's talking mad shit, loses a race, and I don't know.
World champion of what?
That shit. Brother, everybody from Europe comes to the U.S. to play real basketball. I'm not going to say real basketball.
Real basketball.
But to play in the NBA, the most competitive league in the world, if you're trying to say that's not, like, look at what Team USA is doing to teams right now. Actually, we almost lost to Serbia. I can't.
They got some guys, though. Jovic, Bogdanovic, all
NBA players.
all them bitches.
Exactly. The only European, or the only teams in the Olympic race right now that like have a chance or that had a chance were because they had at least 3 or 4 NBA guys on their roster.
No, it's true. It's true. But yeah, Noah loved calling people out. But let's talk some Olympic basketball. I didn't read too much in the story, and I don't know if you know the answer because it was kind of a puzzling move by France. But why did Gobert sit basically the whole game? I guess you said he played 3 minutes in the quarterfinal, 5 minutes in the semis. How are you sitting out your multi-time defensive player of the year? How is he not getting any minutes? I don't get it.
I actually have absolutely no idea. And like I tried looking that up too, like no injuries, no anything, like there's no talk about that. So literally going from averaging 26 minutes a game to 4 in the last 2, which have been the most important, is crazy to me. Although obviously, when you have the rules they do where they can just stand in the paint and you have another 7-footer that can shoot a 3 ball, you're probably going to, and taller, you're probably going to put that guy in. But at the same time, giving him no minutes, giving him the Tatum treatment is insane.
The Tatum treatment. It's true. Yeah, Tatum. I don't think Tatum played versus Serbia.
No, he didn't.
NBA champ.
And I don't have a problem with what. You see what Dave Portnoy said today?
What did Dave say?
He said he hopes Team USA loses because they didn't play Tatum because he's a huge Boston guy.
So they played Derek White and Drew Holiday.
You saw you met. Yeah, you got 3 players on the team.
I know the Tatum thing. It's not like Steve Kerr's benching Tatum because he's like not a good player. It's because he's a ISO player.
You need Tatum when you have Curry, KD, and LeBron.
Well, that's what I was gonna say.
They actually work together fundamentally. Tatum is not gonna. I mean, not that he's not gonna fit in there, but like not as well as those other guys.
But if you're gonna play ISO ball, you'd rather have KD or LeBron and Curry do it, and that's kind of Tatum's game. I feel it.
I kind of feel like the only person they're really like trying to give ISO ball time to is Ant. Ant literally is averaging, of players that like actually play, he's on the lower side when it comes to minutes, and he's averaging the most points.
Yeah.
Actually, after Curry just went off, that's probably not true anymore. But before Curry's 36-point game, Ant was averaging the most.
Right. Okay, so we got the Olympic final match. I guess, well, we could have talked women's. I mentioned women's briefly. We're going to win. I don't know enough about women's to,
I mean, they're
say, I just know about beating everybody, but like, no, Enrique, Yeah, they've been killing people. I just think Enrique was robbed, but we don't have to get into that. As far as the gold,
Track 2. No?
Enrique's much bigger robbery. But yeah, Clark was Clark. Look is good. Although first rookie
In their like all-star game, and Enrique and Clark were murdering. Like, because it was the Team USA team versus
WNBA.
Yeah.
Team WNBA won by like 7.
Yeah, and then after the WNBA, like, USA team was like, yeah, we're trying, we were going easy. Like, bullshit. You just got waxed, brother.
I mean, it was a tune-up game for them, but like, you lost by 7. Clearly, you were trying to and otherwise you would have
had a lead for plenty of the game, and then Enrique started late.
Well, we don't need to talk women's basketball. I don't think we know enough to really comment. So
I'll probably get myself in trouble.
I've talked about women's basketball on so many podcasts, but it's like literally it's Angel Reese or Caitlin Clark does something.
Until you start with Angel Reese.
Enrique's the GOAT though. She's the real best.
And they actually have skills when it comes to the game.
Let's okay. All right. Chill out. But okay,
Angel Reese looks like a middle schooler playing basketball.
Dude, she's a double machine.
Telling me she doesn't look like somebody at recess that goes up for a layup, misses it 8 times, gets their own rebound, and finally makes it, and then starts talking shit.
I don't care how she did it. She set the WNBA record for most consecutive double-double.
Yeah, and most consecutive most missed shots, dude. She's probably got like the most missed shots in a rookie season ever.
Angel Reese slander is crazy.
I'm gonna look that up because I genuinely think she's probably up there for the most misses in WNBA rookie history.
All right, that season's it's like halfway through the season,
and Caitlin Clark's out here already climbing the ladder for most assists in WNBA history. She's got more assists already in one season than like 80% of WNBA players ever.
It's crazy. I think that race should be interesting. I think Clark's probably in the lead, but I think Reese can make a run for Rookie of the Year. But yeah, it'll be interesting. But let's get back to the Olympic men's gold medal match. You think Rudy Gobert will play in this game? Will we play more than 5 minutes?
Like, that is a good question, because who have we been putting at the 4?
Well, that's a great question. Because, I mean, our 5 is what? Embiid is starting, and then are we putting Bam at the 4 ever? I don't know.
And because KD's coming off the bench, right?
It's a good question. I should have done more research. I don't know. We just have so many good players. I haven't even, like, really been paying attention to the starting lineups. I've just been more so, like, roasting Jason Tatum when he doesn't play. But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, does it matter what the starting lineup is? Like, why wouldn't Rudy play in this game? I just don't.
That's the thing is they played Canada, who is literally has, like, 7 or 8 NBA guys up.
Yeah, Shea. They got RJ Barrett,
got Jamal Murray, Dylan Brooks, Kelly Olynyk.
Like, they would have Wiggins.
True. Yeah, they used to call him Maple Jordan. How you not showing up for the country, brother?
Maple Jordan's one of the best names. I don't think it ever stuck. This is like a nickname.
That's the thing is I think he'll get minutes because like you can't not give Gobert.
But is he gonna play 30 minutes? Like why wouldn't he be in most of the game? I don't get it.
I think it depends on our lineup. Like if we have a lineup with like Bam at our big and then we just have like KD and Bron or whoever else out there, like yeah, maybe you stick him in there, but at the same time, like I don't think he deserves some of the defensive players of the year. Yeah.
Ooh, hot take alert.
I mean, obviously, a majority of the time, the award goes to a big, but like, I don't think it should unless they're actually averaging an insane amount of blocks a game. Like,
who do you think should have got it last year? Wemby.
Who was in that race? I was gonna say I can't remember. That was too long ago. But like, it should go to a guard that's guarding a ball 94 feet.
Oh, you know, could have won it. Jaden McDaniels would be a good pick.
Yeah, but he was more of a no. He's great, but I feel like he clamped up more in the playoffs than he got more spotlight in the playoffs for that. But
yeah, obviously, whether or not Gobert plays, it'll still be a tough, game for France. What do you think? It's a good question. We can't miss that. We can't miss the women's gold medal match either. But do you think France has a chance in this game?
Yes.
What's your prediction?
Wemby is knocking down 3 balls and doing what Wemby does. And I guess that's the thing is if their 7-footers are playing defense like 7-footers should, and Wemby is making stuff happen, like they've got plenty of great role players around them. Like they've got a few other NBA guys there, right?
Oh yeah, I think Batum.
Why the fuck Batum?
Batum, year 20. But so I don't know. I don't know. He's been in there for a while. Maybe not year 20.
I was gonna say, ain't no way.
But what? Your prediction? Obviously, you're gonna have USA winning. You think it'll be close, or what do you got here?
I don't.
The final score off the dome.
You want final score?
Yeah.
What was the score of the last game? 90s. I'll go.
So many brain dead.
Yeah,
With interview.
I should have looked some stuff up before hopping on this mic, but
That's a real. So should I should have.
it's definitely lower scoring because people can just sit in the paint.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go 8. Let's go 91-85 USA.
Okay, we win by 6. Comfortable win.
And 2 Curry no-look threes.
Two Curry no look threes.
That's my favorite, dude. Watching the Team USA guys on the sideline while Curry's shooting because they all just know it.
He had to get back on defense. He like dapped 3 people after that. I'm like, bro, get back on defense. What are you doing?
The favorite thing.
That was funny. Did you like the Serbia guy looking at Carmelo sitting courtside? He did the Melo 3.
That was tough. That was tough. I'll give you that.
But then he woke up the Curry monster.
And dude, what did Bron to triple double? Didn't he
He just triple double. Yeah, Curry at 36. Yeah, Bron had a triple double. It's so crazy. Like everyone thought like LeBron fell off. Like, oh, he's not top 5 anymore. And then he plays in the Olympics. So like, wait.
Well, yeah, and every single before we even played a game in the Olympics, every single player on that team was like, yeah, Bron is easily the captain. Nobody's saying anybody else's name, and if they do, they're an idiot. Like
The flag bearer, the GOAT.
that was a sick picture.
Hardest picture of the year.
Are you kidding me? Trump got shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, whether you like him or not, that picture is so tough.
I was baiting there. We're getting political now. But yeah, Jona, that's all I got for you. Thanks for joining me on the pod. Last question for you. You're gonna be pissed when I ask this, but do you think we should add a 4th tight end slot?
Yes.
To our fantasy routes?
You can never have too many tight ends. And I strongly believe that because there's always those few tight end that just nobody's thinking about that I always want to have on my bench, but I don't have enough spots for them.
Josh and John are famous for like picking 2 tight ends in their first.
Well, yeah, if I have Kittle and Kelsey, everyone's coming crawling to me for a tight end, or I'm playing both of them, and they're putting up numbers every time.
Sure. Well, so if you want to draft 4 of them, can you give me a tight end sleeper? Then we can end this little show. Greg Dulcich.
Dulcich is tough though, but that's tough with a rookie QB and or Zach Wilson. So we'll see.
Who's the Jets? Oh, they got Uzam. No, not Uzam. Conklin. There's not really too many tight end sleepers either. That's kind of a dumb question.
Darnell Washington.
Oh,
I think he's gonna wake up.
He played last year, right?
He played, but like Wheeler, all blocking. Yeah, he's just a giant, so he would do nothing but block. But at the same time, Matt Canada is the stupidest person on planet Earth.
What about
But at the same time, who's dumber? Smith didn't use.
I was gonna say
hits.
Who's dumber?
I don't know what's going.
Who's dumber, Arthur Smith or Matt Canada?
That's the thing is I'm so scared that we hired this man, but Steelers training camp looks a lot different. A lot different. And George Pickens finally has a smile on his face, and that's all I need to see. As long as George is happy and we're throwing the ball up to him 14 times a game, we will be A-okay.
Get George Pickens the ball, trade Ayuk to the Packers, and I think that's all we got for you. Thanks again for joining me, John.
If Ayuk goes to the Packers, I'm gonna lose my shit.
You should. They don't need him. Packers are stacked. But John, we'll end it here, and and start getting ready for the draft. Merry Christmas.
Draft.
Ho, ho, ho. No, we already did the draft.
And the draft.
We have to do the draft to pick the order for the draft because people like picking their pick for the draft. So,
And not today.
and that makes perfect sense if you didn't understand that.
And the draft is outside, not inside. Haha. Bye-bye.
Whoa.
Thank you again, Jono, for joining me on the show. I'm hoping some league mates watch this in time for the draft so they can steal your strategy, figure out who you're picking first overall, that kind of stuff. I would like that. It'd be cinema. But thanks again for joining me on the show. Let's finish out the show, of course, with the Goosebump moments of the week. And last week, I found out that you are not allowed to reproduce Olympic content unless you are a, quote, bona fide news organization, to put it in the words of the International Olympic Committee. Apparently, Goosebump Sports is not a bona fide news organization. I put like 3 Olympic moments in the top 10 last week. I was not able to post that video on YouTube until I had removed that content. So that was unfortunate. It had some great moments from women's rugby, women's soccer, and 4-point play from France, all cut out. Although they are still on Spotify, which I assume that means they're on Amazon Music and Apple Podcasts as well. They haven't taken that down. So maybe you're allowed to use the audio, but I'm not going to risk it. Unfortunately, all this week is going to be all baseball. Sorry to say, but Noah Lyles should be on this list. I mentioned the men's 100-meter. He won by 0.005 seconds. It was that lean, him getting his torso over first. Absolutely electric. And then the 1500 meter was also won by a U.S. man named Cade Hocker. He had quite the comeback in that one. That was electric. But as I said, Lyles' 100 meter might have been the most electric moment. I would actually argue the most electric moment I've seen from all the sprinting was Quincy Hall in the 400 meter. Like I said, I can't post that here. I'm not allowed to, but go take a look at that one because he was just digging deep. He just watching the end of his run was absolutely incredible. Everyone's sprinting normally, but Quincy Hall comes out of nowhere and he's taking the longest strides, swinging his shoulders. You can tell he's like gritting his teeth and like barely get through it. And somehow he came from behind and won the 400 meter. That probably would have been number one moment of the week if I could include it. But the IOC is blocking me. But let's forget about all that and let's talk some baseball or watch some baseball as I try to talk and do a little commentary here. But let's start it off at number 10, Kyle Schwarber with a 3-home run game.
Matching his career high. 16th multi-home run game with the Phils. Out to center field. That one's well hit. Going back as Pages. It is gone! It's a 3-home run game! He's hit one to left. He's hit one to right. And now he hits one to center field.
By Aroldis
Number
Chapman.
9, Aroldis Chapman with a 105 mile per hour pitch.
Machado. Strike 3 call. 105 on the inner edge. 105 miles an hour. Catches Machado looking, and all he can do is bow to the great Aroldis Chapman.
The Pirates
Number
have
8,
the lead.
Jackson Merrill's homer ties the
and
game
save it.
for the Padres.
Jackson Merrill homered back in the second inning. High fly ball, deep right center field. It is back, and it is gone. Home run number 2 of the night for Jackson Merrill. Ties the score at 6 aside.
Number 7, MJ Melendez with a juggling catch for the Royals.
First pitch into shallow left. Melendez got a late break, slides forward, bobbles, and made the catch. Well, Melendez had it in the webbing, then it popped out, and Melendez corralled it before it hit the ground. Not the cleanest play, but it counts all the same. And Seth Lugo, with some help from his defense.
Accurate.
Number 6, another catch of the year candidate from Sedan
driven in the air to center
Rafaela.
field. Rafaela darts back on the move at the wall. Oh man! Sedan did it!
Even the Kansas City Royals fans here on their feet, clapping for the kid. Watch the route, almost overruns it to left, corrects himself, Not just a normal jump. Watch his body spin to take the impact on the shoulder instead of his face. What a play.
Number 5, Parker Meadows with a clutch home run robbery.
A high fly ball into center field and deep. Meadows going back to the warning track, to the wall.
And he made the catch! Above the wall! Robs Cal Raleigh of a 2-run, 2-out homer in the 8th.
Number 4, Mitch Haniger with a walk-off for the Mariners.
Out to right field, and it gets on past Villine! Raley is in! Arozarena, blitz run and anchor! He's on his way home! The Mariners win it! They walk it off in the 9th inning! That man does it again! Mitch Haniger!
Number 3, Mike Tauchman with a walk-off double for the Cubbies.
Is at second, and Mike
Ooh,
Tauchman
Cubbies.
will pinch hit for PCA. The other way, slicing, fair ball! Here comes Dansby! Ball game! Cubs win! Mike Tauchman walks it off! That's a comeback for you. That is the win of the year right there, Boo.
Rangers would love to see
Number
it because
2,
to this point
Josh
tonight, they're
Smith
0
with
for
a
7 in
walk
those
off
situations.
homer.
And 1. Smith should get something here. And he does! And he blasts it! Deep out to right! It is gone! And the Rangers pull a rabbit out of the hat! It ain't over till it's over. 4-3 Rangers in walk-off fashion.
Number 1, Blake Snell with a no-hitter.
First pitch to De La Cruz. He hits a fly ball, right center. Yastrzemski has it! And Blake Snell has pitched the first no-hitter of his brilliant career.
Brilliant no-hitter from Blake Snell. Electric walk-off from Josh Smith. The bat flip was crazy. And I think at some point I need to do a catch of the year thing because I feel like the last 3 weeks we've had catch of the year candidates. Joey Loperfido, Cedric Mullins, and now Sedan Rafaela with that spinning grab in center field. Beautiful play from him. But to end the show, I'm going to do my Olympic final basketball pick. I'll do the men's and the women's. You already know who I'm going to pick, but I'll make the picks anyways because it is the finals. We are going for the gold. So in the women's, we are in the final. We play the winner of Belgium-France. By the time this podcast is posted, Belgium-France will probably be over. But I don't care who wins. I got the women's winning. USA, we're the best. Brittany Griner, Kelsey Plum, and Asia Wilson. No one's stopping them. And no one's stopping the men's either. We are playing France in the final. It'll be interesting going up against Wemby and Gobert as our, we do have Embiid as a big man and Bam. But those are 2 bigs that are going to be tough to score on. It was interesting. I think maybe I got into this a little bit with Jona. Rudy Gobert had a game in the quarter or semifinals where he only played 3 minutes, which is curious. You would think 3-time Defensive Player of the Year award, maybe 4, would, get all the minutes, but did not. So that was kind of interesting. But I don't care whether Gobert plays or not. The men are winning. That trio of KD, Curry, and LeBron cannot be stopped. Generational talents. So, yes, I'm going to take the USA men's to win the gold medal here. France, unfortunately, I have to tell you, we are going to kick your ass. And in case you only speak French, en vete botter la coule.